of course, and I don't even see this as a Soul player. My favorite song is Find Your Own Way, Soul's Soul theme.
And you don't hear it that often.
Yeah, what's up?
You don't hear it that often.
Unfortunately,
like.
yeah. It's just bombastic, classic metal, and I love it.
Yeah,
but here we go.
I enjoy it too.
And I think just real quick, number 2, Chipp. Easy, super Guilty Gear song, but let's get right into it. As both players have already expended their burst,
yeah, the
and
Texas Hammer right now is going to
Ichi was beautiful because he set up a puppet right under him so that Texas was going to have a little bit of a harder time catching him on the falling. Oh, with a 6K on with the red RC. Oh, decides not to finish the combo. Wants to keep this corner.
Oh, what 2K2D able to break his way out. So this is where Jacko gets to play her main game plan, start chipping Chipp out. RC, you know, wanted to spend that meter to keep Texas Hammer locked down, but he's still able to find his way out of the corner. Big counter hit 5H, just gonna use that time to set back up.
Here's a throw. Wants to set up this puppet once again. Got the sandwich, trying to go for the tap 5D, and the back dash 2 key.
The drop though, that should have been the kill, but Texas Hammer having another chance at life. Gets caught in the trade.
The trade.
So yeah, so here's the thing about the matchup is Ichi's got to be really confident on how he places the minions, because if not, if he starts throwing it out like he does, he can do so against some of the big buys or how we've been seeing him do it earlier, like Texas Hammer's going to run straight through him.
Yeah.
Right by him, get in, and that's where you do not want to play. Good
nice
offensive
blocks
burst here.
Beautiful. A beautiful offensive burst to make sure to keep Ichi in, keep Texas TH in the corner after having the beautiful block. Doesn't even need to take the damage for that burst.
Oh, that's a really good 6K
yeah.
combo.
Wants to mix up.
Gonna go for the mix.
Actually, just calming down a little bit and just deciding to keep his pressure, keep it going. Maybe trying to build up a little bit more of that risk before he goes for a nice counter hit. But Ichi getting the nice 2D, trying to bait a lot of those bursts out, but there it is. TH throwing it out, get the BRC into the full conversion, knowing just how to convert off that BRC hit stun. But
drops in the end,
yeah.
but Ichi spends the burst. That's worst case scenario for him.
That is worst case scenario.
Spend the burst in the end and getting killed for it. He's like, oh, I want one more chance of life. I want to take this round. Nah, you don't get either of those options.
And now Ichi's going to be out of a burst for the entire round unless both of these players are just tapping each other for a little bit literal sense. But
yeah, if he gets low health early and then the round ends up going long, we can see it, but that is very unlikely right now. But the defense holding up from Ichi sets up the sandwich. Going for the throw. I like what Texas Hammer's doing. Good Abari there. Maybe noticing the fact that Ichi likes to try to get in throws. You know, he's a strike throw player. Not so much, you know, crazy mix with Jacko. He's either going to, you know, strike, you know, try opening you up with a frame trap or keep throws going. But right now, Texas Hammer, go straight in the mix. I like that option.
With the
Notice that was going to kill. Again, very good Abari from him.
Oh, these blocks to 6K. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed by it. The red RC. Oh, the double overhead into the throw is going to make it 1-0 for Texas Hammer.
Yeah, well played. Able to clutch a few rounds out and take it back. Now gonna have momentum going in this game. Number 2.
Nice blocks. Ichi's defense has been very on point, but of course, Texas Hammer still been able to find those openings, really capitalize on them, and convert beautifully in order to take these games. But that's a big counter hit. No solid knockdown off of it, but he's able to set up the puppets from full screen now.
Okay,
and
now.
Nice patience from TH, waiting until the puppets' defense went down in order to punish them. But right now, TH is looking very not healthy. Nice blocks. 2K isn't enough to kill, but the 5P is.
Yeah, good anti-air coming out from Ichi. I think the key to that round, honestly, is Texas Hammer not aware of how much beater Jacko had on her side. You know, when she couldn't throw any minions, he was playing really patient, and that's your time to go in and really, you know, put the pressure on Jacko. So.
Yeah, that's one thing. When you're fighting these resource characters, you're always gonna have to be aware of their resource too, because you're both playing that resource game. You're trying to make sure that they don't have that resource when you try to approach, and to make sure that to just wait it out until they have none.
I will say Jacko's a weird one. I feel like a lot of players from who I talk to like don't even know how it works. So
honestly, I am not super sure how it works either, but oh, actually, no, I do know. So actions actually do cost. If you see the little puppet meter going back up, if you use actions, that actually drains the entire, the maximum of the meter you can get. Meanwhile, just throwing puppets out drains the meter itself.
Yeah, so, you know, there's those 2 bars. Green one means how many minions you can throw out. Gray one means how many actions you can do with those minions. Yep. So.
And then while you have the well, you have the super active. You don't have to worry about how many puppets you throw out. You only have to worry about your actions.
Oh, there's the 2D knockdown here.
Yeah, Ichi wanted to burst out of that. He didn't want any of that. He wants to just get out early and start setting up this pressure early, but the throw actually whiffs.
Oh, ends up making it other side. Very good mix coming out from TH, but Ichi taking back the pressure. You mentioned earlier his defense, and we're seeing how it's standing tall right now.
But Ichi getting opened up by that poke into the 6K. Honestly, I didn't expect that either. I got hit because I didn't think he would just run up, cock you in the head, and now actually Ichi's the one having Texas eat the mix with the 2D, setting up the wow.
It's interesting. Bounce off the wall, set up for minions, RC, and
actually drops,
free-framer.
but the PRC.
Yeah, Chipp, we see having one of those best anti-airs in the game. His 5P hits really high. It comes out on frame 3, so really quick, really high, and it gatlings into itself. So very strong all around.
Oh, but now Ichi's getting the strike throw really nicely. The tap 5D into the red RC, had the meter for it, set up the puppet, make sure to keep all this pressure and all the chip damage going. Into the 2K2D to the soccer kick, throw the puppet to break the wall, and that's a perfect for game, not in a game, that's round 2. Round 3 into it now. Oh, 2K2D, nice footsies.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Putting the foot in footsies with the utilization of the K-buttons there.
Now that, I think, was a misinput. I think he threw out 2H accidentally on Texas's block, but Texas wasn't able to actually punish too well because that's not something you usually see. Didn't have probably the reactions for it, but Ichi with a just block on the Alpha Blade. And
Alright, JD able to lock Texas Hammer down right now, but we're slowly running out of that Jacko minion resource. Up, goes for the super here, so now gonna have a lot more access to them. As you see on the bottom right-hand side, that meter builds so much faster. Okay, blocks the overhead, but with the RC meter there, just gonna keep it going. Oh, these Alpha Blades coming through.
And now we got all this mix-up, and okay, actually. Oh, could have seen Ichi do something there, but the 2D caught Ichi pressing buttons, and now it is 2-1 in Texas Hammer's favor. And I really like Texas Hammer's patience. He was just really waiting for Ichi to throw out that second puppet, and once he saw that it was behind him, he went for the down left Gamma Blade and was able to get right in Ichi's face in order to bypass any of that puppet neutral.
Okay, another one coming out.
Oh, throwing the one behind them. Gotta be careful. Ichi backdashing, trying to see if the puppet can come in to support him, but no dice. Now Texas Hammer getting right into the pressure. Here's a strike throw into the overhead. Nice blocks for the Shred RC, continue the pressure. The 6K, no conversion, but the counter hit, no conversion either. Gotta block all this stuff, all that risk gauge building, but now Ichi getting a throwback. This is gonna be very, very bad for Texas Hammer. Setting up the super, knows he wants to keep him in here, get that infinite block string, but he actually doesn't get the approach, so he wasn't able to keep it going. Okay.
Yeah, I think he didn't have enough minions on the floor. If he had 2, it should have worked, but because he only had the 1 there, getting the gap for Texas Hammer to get out there.
Now Texas Hammer looking to make this the set tournament point for Ichi, trying to knock him out of the bracket in order to move on to losers finals for himself.
Oh, what an overhead there, utilizing the FD break to get himself to fall to the ground faster.
Oh, it's 2K2D throwing at the puppet and trying to go for that fake cross-up, but of course Texas Hammer ready with the 6P, trying to beat out the burst, trying to really call out that burst.
Yeah, he's looking for it because once he takes that burst, he should be able to take the game.
There we go.
And the Texas Hammer will be moving on to losers finals now. Taking 3-1 over Ichi.
Texas Hammer.